旁边吧，先桌面上有什么放。杨山的横屏竖屏来回切换，真是。开始了。衣服呢？
哦，为什么进了镜头？
进了吗？
镜头
我也没换呢。开始了。
镜头，要。
为什么进了？感觉。
对啊。
明显镜头缩小了，是怎么回事？
不能，它不能弄。你看我这个样
往后
品。
你们的收不是你，是得这个往后。
这太远了，你这个视频因为这里清楚的，太小。
这个一下变了，跟之前的那个。
跟你这个是，跟那个可能还是不一样的。
你视频到时候肯定不清楚的，太远了，但是太远了。
镜头可以吗？镜头可以吗？
歪的嘛，怎么感觉歪的？歪的，你看我这个东西是正的吗？
你这也是斜的。
反正没人看，先调一下。差不多吧。
这样差不多了。
差不多。
但是为什么景就变了？景深变了。
什么变了？
景深变了。景深变了。
那到时候这个是会不会太小啊？你包那个。
再往前推
的时候。
不会啊，你现在它同样都是放大的，跟你视频有什么关系呢？
这样差不多吧？这样这个位置差不多吧？
差不多，就这样吧。有点歪的嘛。
歪了。
我也觉得有点歪。
还歪了。
更歪。
更歪。不是这条线跟它已经平了吗？
看着歪的。机器是歪的吧？开了2分钟了，可是。好。差不多吧。
差不多。那个屏要不要对一下？
哪个？这个。
手机屏啊。
竖的呢？竖的在哪里？
我的。为什么又挪下来了？把这个位置找不到了。
我是竖的。
对，应该要往上一点，但是找不到。
The chafing and the debuffing, you will get the final general shape. This is 6061.
应该是这个位置。
歪了，小中间。歪了。
And this is 7075.
是有点，手机是斜的感觉，这样子。
差不多吧。那这个位置已经没有任何可用的那个，我们对着那个没什么那个。瑶瑶，这个贴的没有用，因为这个又换了。
贴哪了？把它放位置。
这两个点。
都说对一下。
主要是这样。
这个放这边，就先放这边。先放下面。
能看到吗？放那边。
看不到。我的这个镜头应该就是那个看不到。不要碰到吧。那你放地上。
太少了。
Hello。Hello everyone, this is Tracy from Changzhou Hongsheng Machine Fitting Factory, also known as Changzhou Junti Auto Parts Limited Company. Our main products is wheel nuts, wheel bolts, wheel spacers, and wheel locks. We mainly export products to USA, Canada, Australia, Japan, Russia, and other European countries like England, France, and so on. Now I will introduce the wheel nuts for you. Wheel nuts for rapid wheel hub. And then my colleague Carol will introduce foot nuts for you. And then my colleague Leo will introduce the chrome plating for you. And then my colleague Joy will introduce the wheel spacer and the introduction of sample room and our factory for you. Now let me introduce it for you. This is nuts for Chevrolet. It is most popular. Length is 35 and it is chrome plating. If your left wheel hub need longer nuts, we also have the longer one. Length has 44 or 48. This is nuts for Chrysler. It is ET style. This is nuts for Honda. It is both seat, and chrome is and plating could be chrome and electrophoretic. And for this 1, 2, 3, 4, it is both for fold. And there is also 3 nuts for fold. Do you know the difference between them? This one is original nuts. It is steel nuts with stainless steel cap. It has a revolving sleeve here. Some clients said, I don't like these 2-piece nuts because the stainless steel cap will fall off. So we all have 1-piece nuts with revolving sleeve here. Other clients said, I don't like the revolving sleeve. Do you have 1-piece nuts? Yes, we also have. This is 1-piece nuts without revolving sleeve. For these 3 nuts, which one do you like? You could tell us. And this nuts is, the hex is, and this bigger nuts is also for fold. There are 2 nuts for Land Rover. Do you know the difference between them? This one is steel nuts with stainless steel cap, and this one is 1-piece nuts. Which one do you like? Now 1-piece nuts is more popular because clients said that 1-piece nut is stronger and the cap will not fall down. And there is also 2 nuts, look similar. Do you know the difference? This is open-end nuts and this is closed-end nuts. These 2 nuts is fit for the rafted wheel hub. Which one do you like? Closed-end nuts and open-end nuts? I think closed-end nuts is more popular because the closed end could prevent water and dust going into the nuts. This nuts is fit for rafted wheel hubs. For some rafted wheel hub, the diameter is smaller than normal one, so these nuts can't put into the wheel hub. We also have nuts fit for the smaller wheel hub hole. This nut is tuner nuts. Diameter is 20 millimeter. It is open end, so when washing car and raining, the water will go into the nuts from the top end. Okay, this is closed end, so it could prevent water and dust going to the nuts from the top end. And after installation, it's also very beautiful. There is a picture to show the difference between open-ended nuts and closed-ended nuts. This picture. This is this is open-ended nuts. The anti-rust performance is 3-star. And it's not very beautiful. You could see the difference. Which one do you like? And for if you threaded M10 millimeter nut, diameter 23 millimeter nuts. This is diameter 23. It is 7 spline. This is XL longer nuts. If your wrapped wheel hub and hub hole is deeper, you could choose these longer nuts. The length is 51. And we also have ET style. Closed end and open end is both okay. And we also have XXL longer. If your hub hole is very, very deep, you could choose this one. Please look at these two nuts. It looks similar. Do you know the difference between them? If you know, you could tell me. This is a one-piece nut. This is a two-piece nut. You could see the difference. What is and 35? This is one-piece nut. The effective thread length is 28, and there is a 7 millimeter space here. And for this two-piece nut, the effective thread length is 34 millimeter. There is only 1 millimeter space here. So for one-piece nut, it is stronger, and for two-piece nut, it has longer effective thread length. Which one do you like? You could leave message to us. And if you are interested in our products, we will send you e-catalog. Please leave message to us. Some clients said that I like two-piece nut, but I'm afraid that the cap will fall off, like this. Don't worry about it. We do a test for our two-piece nut. Please see a video here. Wait for a moment. This is a two-piece wedding nut. Please look at the wedding part. You can't see the wedding mark on it, right? Let me show another wedding nut from other factory. Look, the wedding mark is obvious. Let me show two nuts and compare them. You could see the difference between them. Our nut looks like a one-piece nut, right? Then I will put the nut in a socket. This is a two-piece wedding nut. Please look at the wedding part. You can't see the wedding mark on it, right? Let me show another wedding nut from other factory. Look, the wedding mark is obvious. Let me show two nuts and compare them.
我这个就不管它，断断续续对断断续续。
I will show the video for two-piece nuts for you. Please see it again.
行不行？
也没人吧？下面怎么？
哎，下面是什么？有个小图片在右下角。这边，图的不对。
要调啊！
这个不对啦。
没事，我跟着他调算了，调样饼吧。
约你调整头。
歪的。
是挪歪的。
可还行。更歪了。
我这都看不清，你看看，我都进不去，我很卡。
小猪往你的那个右手边稍微调。
等一下啊，让我退了，重新，我进不去。
你是用你的 YouTube 啊？
对啊，我用我的账号进你的直播间啊。
你看看，这可以吧？
就这样吧，
写了。
学了，你那边写了？学了吗？
等会儿延时呢。
就这样，我这样看还可以的。
可以。
那你放，边看边调吧。This is a two-piece wedding nut. Please look at the wedding part. You can't see the wedding mark on it, right?
别的。
Let me show another wedding nut from other factory. Look, the wedding mark is obvious. Let me show two nuts and compare them. You could see the difference between them. Our nut looks like a one-piece nut, right? Then I will put the nut in a socket. This is a steel bar. I will put it in nuts. Then we will use hammer to punch it. Steel bar go across the nut, but the cap don't fall down. The wedding parts don't move and fall off. Cap is wed tightly. The video is finished, so you could see from the video our two-piece nut will not fall off. The cap is wed tightly. And we also have wheel bolt. And this is ball seat wheel bolt. It is usually fit for Benz, Porsche. And this is cone seat wheel bolt. It is fit for BMW and Volvo. And also this is the cone seat. The thread length is different. We have thread length from 22 to 60. And these two nuts is for small diameter. This is tuner nuts with open end, and this is spline bolt. It is 6 spline. If you wrap the wheel hub with small diameter, you could choose these two bolts. Now I will introduce you special nuts for you. These nuts. Could you see the special? This is a two-piece nut. The bottom is a steel nut and the top is an aluminum cap. They match together. So this nut is steel nut with aluminum cap. It is strong and lightweight. You could choose different color for this aluminum cap. We also have other nuts and bolts like this style. Let me show you. We call it magic series. For the wheel cap, we have different color. This is gold and this is green. This is light blue. This is red. And this is pink. This is brown. And this is purple. This is deep blue. For the cap, we have different style. This is one-piece nut, one-piece cap. You could print your company logo here. And this is two-piece nut. The cap is flat. And this one is also two-piece. The cap is sharp, like bullet. For this magic series, we have different combination. Let me show you. This is a wheel bolt with aluminum cap. The wheel bolt is material is SCM440. It is 12.9 grade. And for the cap, it is material is 7075. They match together. It is cool after installation in your wheel hub hole. The wheel bolt is strong and the cap is light. We have another style for these magic wheel nuts. We combine together with a stud. This is a wheel nut with aluminum cap. The wheel nut material is SCM435 and the cap is 7075. This nut is usually fitted for American car. If you have a European car, you could choose this set. There is a stud. You combine together. It became a bolt with an aluminum cap. You buy this set, you could use both in your American car and the European car. This design is magic, so we call it magic nuts. If you are interested, please leave a message to me. For aluminum cap, we have different color. For our steel nuts, we also have different color. Let me show you. This is chrome plating. Very popular. Our chrome could pass over 72 hours salt and spray test. And there is a 3 black here. This is black chrome, and this is black electrophoretic, and this is matte black. Do you know the difference between these 3 black? For matte, there is a 3 difference between them. Let me show you. First, the anti-rust performance is different. For black chrome, it could pass over 96 to 200 hours salt and spray test. For black electrophoretic, it could pass over 48 salt and spray test. And for this matte black, it could pass over 200 hours salt and spray test. So black chrome and matte black has a better performance, anti-rust performance. For black electrophoretic, the anti-rust performance is not very good. Second, the color fastness is different. For this black chrome and the matte black, the color is very fast. Even you knock it, there is no trail on it. For this black electrophoretic, it is a paint, so it is easy to peel. When you knock it, there is a trail on nuts and the color will appear. The third, color brightness is different. For black chrome, it is bright. For black electrophoretic and matte chrome, matte black, the color is matte. Which one do you like for these three black? This is black chrome nuts. Very beautiful and shiny. And for electrophoretic, we also have other color. This is blue electrophoretic and this is red electrophoretic. This is blue electrophoretic. Very beautiful, light blue. We also have another plating, we call it titanium. For titanium, this is pink titanium, this is neochrome, we call it rainbow titanium. It looks like rainbow. This is gold titanium and this is gray titanium. For titanium, the plating is very good. The color fastness is good and the anti-rust performance is very good. It could pass over 300 hours salt and spray test. This is rainbow titanium, also call it neochrome. This is pink titanium. Many girls like it. And this is gold titanium. Shiny. We have many different colors here. If you like it, please leave message to us. Now let my colleague Carol will introduce you the fold nuts. Welcome, Carol.
Hello everyone. Today I will introduce lug nuts for fold. All over these nuts are used on fold. Please check it. This nut is closed end, like this. Like this. This is open end, like this. Like this. Also, we have different colors, like chrome finish. Color zinc, blacking. Also, we have different colors, Later I will introduce to you again. For these nuts, for these 3 nuts, we have a whole set of mold, so it will be have a most favorable price. If you want it or you interested, please leave a message to us. And you see our chrome finish. This is our pride. We have 2 chrome electric plating line and 2 black chrome electric plating line. Now let me introduce our electric plating line.
Electric plating quality is our pride. Only our factory has independent electric plating production line. We usually make 3 layers of nickel and 1 layer of chrome, and control the anti-rust performance of the product by detecting the thickness of a nickel layer and the tensional difference between each layer. Our chrome plating products can pass a natural salt spray test for at least 72 hours and up to 418 hours. All black chrome products can pass at least 300 hours of a natural salt spray test. This is all black chrome lug nuts. Therefore, the plating quality is our biggest advantage.
This is our 6th grade lug nuts. This is our 10th grade lug nuts. Do you know the difference between them? For our lug nuts, for 6th grade, we choose the material MLOHAL. For 8th grade, we choose the material 10B21. For 10th grade, we choose the material SCM435. Both customers choose 6th grade and 10th grade. We will do heat treatment. Our heat treatment needs 72 hours. Firstly, the temperature needs to be 100 degrees to 150 degrees. Products will stay there for 12 hours, and then products will natural cooling to normal temperature. Third, the temperature needs to be 300 degrees. Products will stay there for 12 hours, and then products will natural cooling to normal temperature. Third, the temperature needs to be minus 300 degrees. Products will stay there for 12 hours again, and then products will natural cooling to normal temperature. Extreme cold and hot, the nuts will be stronger. It do heat treatment, the inner hull is gray. Like this. if don't do heat treatment, the inner hole is bright like this. In comparison, these nuts are used on repeated cars, and for these bolts and the studs, for lug bolts, it will have 8.8 grade, 10.9 grade, 12.9 grade. But our factory only do 10.9 grade and 12.9 grade because 8.8 grade can't ensure to safety to protect the wire hub. For our factory, if customer choose 10.9 grade, we choose the material SCM435. If customer choose 12.9 grade, we choose the material 440. Now, maybe some customers want to know how to test the harness for lug nuts. Now, let me show the video.
We take 8 grade lug nuts and put it to the table. Fix it. Then, spin the disc. Let the point aim at 0. C is equal to 0 in the machine. Push the handle. Push the handle again. After all this, we will get the last data. The text data HRC is 36.5. The international standard is HRC 23-32. Our text data is better than standard. You see, this is text pointer.
Next, I will introduce the
Firstly,
load
we
for
take
lug
8
nuts.
grade lug nuts. Fix it. The two sides need to be fixed. Now, the two sides are stretched up and down at the same time. It is stretched 5 millimeters a minute. You see, the line is rising now. The data need to up 79 kN. Then we can unload the boss. The data need to return below 50 kN. Then we can take the nut off. Now we can take the nut off. Now we will use go-no-go gauge to test. The go gauge can pass easily. The novel gauge can can stop at once. After the test, all thread is complete. 79 kN. The data is the max value over tension strength in the text. It needs to keep 50 seconds.
Our factory open a lot of prototype to protect the customers' web. Let me show you some of them. For wheel lock, we have 4 locks and 1 key, 4 locks and 2 key, and 5 locks and 1 key. Also, we have 20 locks and 1 key. Also, we can packing as customers' requirement. For this one, plastic with cut, with color cut. This is a popular one. Also, you can add a logo on it. This is a color plastic box. The color could be black, yellow, red, orange, and so on. When customers buy our wheel lock, they will have a small paper cut. Also, you can enter your keys code on it. Each key have a key code. You see. Because maybe some customers buy wheel lock and lose his keys. So if you enter the key code on the paper and put it to your home or your cars, when you lose it, please tell me the key code. We will give you right key. Then you can open your wheel lock. Some customers maybe think our steel lug nuts are heavy and maybe want to choose light materials. At the same time, our aluminum lug nuts stage shine on the stage. Let me show it to you. This is our aluminum lug nuts. You can enter your logo on it. Also, we can provide different colors. This is a red color. This is sky blue. This is green. This is gold. This is purple. Deep blue. Also, we can provide here the other different colors. If you want it, please leave a message to us. For aluminum lug nuts, the color fastness is very good. Also, the anti-rust, it will don't do rust. For the material, we choose aluminum nuts. We choose the 66 1 aluminum and 1775 aluminum. For the material strength of 1775 is better than 66 1. So maybe some customers will choose 1775 aluminum lug nuts to use on their racing cars. Next, I will introduce titanium alloy lug nuts. This is our titanium alloy lug nuts. Titanium alloy are always used on the plate. It have a lot of advantages, like lightweight, like aluminum lug nuts, high strength, better than steel nuts, also better than aluminum lug nuts. It will don't rust. Also, the color fastness is very good, but only have one disadvantage. Do you know it? If you know, please leave a message to us. The only one disadvantage is the price is most expensive. So maybe some customers choose it to his racing cars. Thanks for your time. Our parts is all. Next, our workmates Leo will introduce advantages of our chrome plating. Welcome to Leo.
Hello everyone, this is Leo from Hongshan, and next I will introduce our unique advantages, the electroplating quality and the potential difference. And first we will see two wheel lug nuts. We first see this one. You see, this one is perfect, right? And next we will see this one. Could you see it? Could you guess what's the cause? Because the surface is easy to rest and easy to peel off. That is because the electroplating quality and the potential difference is not up to our standard. And next I will show you two pictures to explain it for you clearly. Could you see these pictures? On my left one, this one, the surface is easy to peel off. And on my left one, this one also peel off. This is because the potential difference didn't control very well. And later I will introduce what does the potential difference mean. And next we will see these pictures. Many customers told me that they usually have this problem. The wheel lug nuts they used on their cars used for about 1 year or 2 years. The wheel lug nuts are easy to rest. Could you see these pictures? You see the surface has a rest. And do you have also the same problem? Could you see it? This is because the electroplating quality is not up to standard. What does this mean? This means the layer is not very thick to product our wheel lug nuts. And next, I will introduce the whole electroplating layer for you. And we could first see these pictures. Could you see it? On these pictures, and we all know that the main material for the wheel lug nuts is the steel. And you see, the first layer is a nickel layer. The name is semi bright nickel layer, and the second layer is a bright nickel layer. The third layer is high sulfur nickel layer, and the fourth layer is the chromium layer. And also, if you want to produce the black chrome one, the black electrophosphatic one, or the red one, or blue one, we can also meet your needs. Just tell us what do you need, and we can meet your needs and produce the wheel lug nuts for you. And you know, the chrome layer is usually for decoration, and the nickel layer is usually for production. So the thickness for the nickel layer is usually more important And later I will show an experiment to see whether all well-nuts nuclear is up to standard or not. Okay. Now I will totally explain the progress of the experiment for you. And you see, we will first use the Kg2 to react with the colonial layer. And when this chemical layer reaches the nickel layer, the first chemical reaction will be finished. And next, we will use the Kg10 to react with the nickel layer. And when the Kg10 reaches the steel, the second chemical layer will be finished. Then we can read the date for the colonial layer and the date for the nickel layer. This is the whole progress for the experiment. Later I will show you. And many customers told me that they didn't very understand the potential difference mean. And later I will also explain it for you. And you know, we usually have three methods to testing the electroplating quality and the potential difference. This is the ASS test, that is the natural source spray test, the CSS test, and the CSS test. But these three methods will cost us a lot of time, even 1 or 2 days or even 1 week. So our company has our instructions to testing the thickness and the potential difference to judge whether the electroplating quality and the potential difference is up to standard or not. Okay, next I will introduce the potential difference mean. I think many customers have this problem. Why you usually told me the potential difference? What does the potential difference? Okay, now I will explain it for you. Could you see? On my right hand, this one has potential difference. You see, the layer by layer is fixed with together. And on my left hand, this one has no potential difference. The layer by layer just put with together. If you think this one will make our surface more stronger and more firmer, you can print one. And if you think this one will make our surface more stronger, you can print two. Could you tell me your guess? Okay, now I see many customers told me that they think the potential difference will make our surface more stronger and more firmer. Yes, you see, the layer by layer is just fixed with together. This will make our surface more stronger and more firmer and delaying our crashing time. And like this one, they didn't control the potential difference very well. That means the surface is very easy to peel off and easy to rest. You see, the layer by layer just put with together. To explain it very easily, I will tell you that with our two hands, if we control the potential difference very well, it's just like our 10 fingers to fix with together. If you want to make all of them, it's not very easy. And if we didn't control the potential difference, it's just like two hands to put with together. You see, it is very easy to make all of them. So make our thickness more thick and control the potential difference is both very important in our whole electroplating. And next, I will show you the video for the experiment, for the testing. We tested yesterday.
Now let's start our experiment. And first, this is our instrument, and this one is the Kg2 to react with the colonial layer, and this one is Kg10 to react with the nickel layer. Okay, later we will read the date from this computer for the thickness, for the thickness and potential difference. Okay, now our workers will first fix our well-lined nuts on the instrument. Then we will put the Kg2 to react with the colonial layer. And when the Kg2 reaches the nickel layer, the first chemical reaction will be finished. Okay, now let's start the chemical reaction. Can you see? There's a line moved very smoothly. This means the first chemical reaction has been finished. And when the line has an up towards, this means the first chemical reaction has been finished. And the whole experiment will cost us about 10 more minutes. But if you choose the well-lined nuts from other manufacturers, the whole experiment will only cost about 3 to 4 minutes. That's because our signals is very sick and our potential difference is controlled very well. Okay, now we see the first chemical reaction has been finished because the line has upwards, and now we can read the date. Can you see the signals is 0.52 millimeter, and this one is the signals for the columnar layer. Okay, now we will start the second chemical reaction. We first will use the distilled water to wash the instrument. And when we finish the washing, we will put the Kg10 to react with the nickel layer. And just like I introduced to you, the nickel layer has 3 layers: the bright nickel layer, the semi-bright nickel layer, and high sulfur nickel layer. So this chemical reaction will have 3 times. Okay, now we start the second chemical reaction. Okay, now we see the line has moved very smoothly. This means the second chemical reaction has been finished. Okay, we should be more patient because usually we use 3 methods to testing the thickness of the layer and the potential difference. That is the NSS test. The NSS test, the name is the natural source free test, and the CSS test and the CSS test. These 3 tests will cost us about several days or even 100 hours. This will waste us a lot of time and energy. So if you just use our instrument, it costs us about 10 more minutes, and we can read the date to see the thickness and the potential difference is up to standard or not. If not, we can remake the wheel lock nuts and the wheel lock bolts. And later I will show you our standard for the thickness and the potential difference. Okay, now we see the line has moved very smoothly, and this means now the Kg10 has reacted with the bright nickel layer, and later when the line has upwards, this means the Kg10 has reached the semi-bright nickel layer. And later we can see whether this wheel lock nut is up to standard or not. Okay, now we see the line has upwards. This means the first chemical reaction has been finished and the second chemical layer has begun. The Kg10 now reached the semi-bright nickel layer. And you know, the chrome layer is usually for decrimination and the nickel layer is usually for production. So the nickel layer thickness is usually more important for the whole produce our wheel lock nuts. The surface is not very easy to rest or peel off. And many customers told me that they didn't understand the potential difference very well. And you know, the potential difference can make our surface more firmer and more stronger, and it can delay our crashing time. So control the potential difference is also very important, like I just explained it for you. Control the potential difference where it's just like our 10 fingers to fix with together. This means to make out of our hands is not very, and if you didn't control the potential difference very well, it's just like 2 hands to put with together. And 2 hands to put with together, it is very easy to make out of them. So control the potential difference where is very important for the whole electroplanting. That can make our surface not very easy to rest and easy to peel off. Okay, you see now the line has upwards and moved very smoothly, and later the second chemical layer will be finished, and we can read the date and type it, and to see whether it's up to standard or not. And you know, usually the standard for the potential difference is 120 to 180, and later we can see whether the potential difference is up to standard or not. And you know, the potential difference is usually very important for the for the whole electroplating. It can make our surface not very easy to rest and not very easy to peel off. It can delay our crushing time, and you can use the wheel lug nuts and the wheel lug bolts for a very long time. This one will be very helpful for the whole purchase when you for the whole progress when you purchase the wheel lug nuts and the wheel lug bolts, even from our factory or other manufacturers. So you see, if we need the good quality for the electroplating, we should make the thickness more thick, and the potential difference should up to standard. Okay, now the whole second chemical reaction has been finished. Now we can read the date. Our workers is now choose the date. We first choose the lowest point and the highest point to see the thickness. And we can see this computer. The whole thickness is 40.8 millimeter. And the CMOL bright nickel layer thickness is 25.2 millimeter. And the bright nickel layer thickness is 15.6 millimeter. And the whole thickness is 42.1 millimeter. And later we can read the standard. Okay, now we will read the potential difference. It is 177.29. And just like I say, the standard is 120 to 180. So this one is up to our standard. Okay, now the whole experiment has been finished, and our workers will pick up of the wheel lug nuts and show it to you. Could you see? There's a small little hole on the top of the wheel lug nuts. Can you see there's a small little hole? And when we use our fingers to touch with it, we will feel it there's a small little hole. This means we really do this experiment just now to testing the thickness and the potential difference. Okay, now this is the whole progress for our experiment.
Okay, just I show you the experiment for how we testing the potential difference and the thickness for the nickel layer and the chromium layer. Just like I told you about, I will next introduce our standard to see whether our wheel lug, to see what's the standard for a perfect wheel lug nut. Okay, now next we will see this. The CMOL bright nickel layer should be 13 to 20 millimeter, and the bright nickel layer should be 13 to 21 millimeter. The nickel layer should be 2 to 4 millimeter, and the chromium layer should be 0.2 to 0.4 millimeter. Also, the total planting thickness should be more than 28 millimeter. And I just told you about the NSS test. The name is the natural source-free test. It usually should be 72 to 200 hours. And if you can choose our chromium, it can up to more than 500 hours. So totally, if you want high quality wheel lug nuts, you should first make the wheel lug nuts electroplanting quality up to standard, and next you should control the potential difference very well. And next, I will introduce my colleague Joy to introduce the wheel spacers and some introduction for our company for you. And we will see in the next time. Thank you for your watching.
Hi, this is Joey, and thanks for coming our live stream. And if you are interested in our products, please follow us. And once we have some new products or some new video, you can find it once and if we have some promotion or some new video, we also have we will also send you the messages. And if you have any questions, please leave us the messages, and we will be here to answer your questions. And now I will introduce our wheel spacers. These are our wheel spacers, and I will show you how it looks like on the wheel hubs. This is the wheel spacer installed on the wheel hubs, and this is the wheels, and this is after the installation, and this is before installation. You will find the obvious difference between the before and after is the tires are wider. By widening the wheel offset and pushing the wheel from the chassis, the wheel spacer can reduce the body roll and can improve your tire's leather grip. The tires are more even loading, which can lead a better car handling and also a faster acceleration out of the corner. See, and now I will show you our production produce of our wheel spacers. You will find how we produce it and the other details.
First, we need to prepare the material, the real aluminum bars 6061 or 7075 aluminum. Then cutting it into the raw material disc. This is always depends on the thickness as you need. Second, we process the raw disc into the general shape. In this process, it needs 1,600 tons of forging strength. And the 6061 and 7075 are quite different in this process. 6061 only need one time forging, but because 7075 is harder, it always needs two times forging, which can make it finished. It needs forging, then softens by heating, and forging. Then we will get the general shape of the 7075 aluminum. And we also need to cut the extra set pieces, including the chamfering and the dipper frame. You will get the final general shape. This is 6061. And this is 7075. And the third, all spacers need to go through the heat treatment. 6061 need 2 or 3 hours, and 7075 always need 4 to 6 hours. And then they need natural cooling to 0 degree in 12 hours in a closed environment to make it the highest durability. And after the heat treatment, we need finish machining according to the drawing paper, including the PCD, CB sizes, and also the bolt holes and the stamps. This produced process is produce the bolt holes. And they also need repeatedly produced in CNC machine. We need to make it the most smooth and without any turning marks. And after the final machining, they will go to the oxidation to anodize the colors. And after all these production process, there are only some customization left, like the laser marking. And stamping the studs. And after all these, the wheel spacers will go packing. In this process, we need to make sure all our workers wear the gloves to avoid the dust on the wheel spacers. And we also put the sleeves on the bolt. Because we have two pieces in one box, we need to avoid the scratcher with each other. This is a whole produce process of our wheel spacers. Thanks for your watching.
This is the videos of our production process of our wheel spacers. And maybe you still have the questions is why I choose your company, why didn't I buy from others? Actually, we still have many advantages. The first is our materials. I believe that in the previous videos, you may notice that all our wheel spacers are made of the 6061 or 7075 aluminum. 6061 are mostly commonly used in the wheel spacers, and the 7075 have a highly performance which are most used in the construction of the aircraft. If you want a higher performance, 7075 is always your best choice. But no matter 6061 or 7075, all our wheel spacers are made of the real aluminum bars and with the real cold forged. The biggest difference between the cold forged and the casting is the cold forged can improve the durabilities of the spacers. It can change the construction. But if the wheel spacer is casting, it maybe have a hidden danger of cracking during your driving. So if you are when you are buying the wheel spacer from not only ours or others, you may need to confirm that all the wheel spacer you buy is from the real cold forged. And after the heat treatment, the wheel spacers is much harder and stronger, which have the best performance for your wheel spacers. This is our best advantage. And the second advantage is all our wheel spacers are repeatedly produced in our CNC machines, which can make which we need to ensure that all our wheel spacers have no turning marks, and the bolts have the highest accuracy. Maybe I will show you the difference between other factories with ours. I'm not sure if you can see it. This spacer is from others. You can see this part have the obviously turning marks on it. But ours the surface is really smooth. You see, the surface you can check, it's no turning marks on it. Yeah, this is the biggest difference between the surface treatment between ours with the other factories. And due to the repeatedly produced in the CNC machine, which make our third advantage successfully. Our third advantage is our oxidation. After the soft anodized, all our wheel spacers have the most vivid color, which is not easy to rust or fade off. You see, the color is really vivid and which is very shining on it. Yeah. And our fourth advantage is our wheel studs. Let me show you our wheel studs. All our wheel studs are made of the best quality of our materials. All our wheel studs are made of the SCM 434. SCM 435 or SCM 440, which the mechanical performance can reach the 10.9 grade or 12.9 grade. We refuse to use the 40 CR because not only the harness but also the flexibility. If it's used in the 10.9 grade required range, it maybe have a potential risk of the if the fracture in your usage. So we always use the SCM 435, not only the hardness but also the flexibility, which is always the best. Let me show you the detail of our wheel studs. You can check that our thread is really smooth, right? And also all our wheel studs have the 72 hours heat treatment, which make it have the most durabilities, and also we have the most professional checking of our thread, which means that we have the most professional checker of our thread. You see, we are not use the normal checker. We use these professional go checker and no go checker. Yeah, we need to make sure that all our wheel studs will go through this go checker. And which also not through the no-go checker. See, this thread check is not only in our QC this process. We also during our produce the thread, we also need to make sure that it have the highest accuracy in our production process. Yeah, and we also have some other customizations on our wheel spacers that you can choose. See, like these special nose. You can choose these special nose for the wheel spacers, which can improve the friction. It's not easy to escape, and also like these stamps. These stamps you can choose. This always depends on your wheel hubs. You can maybe some wheel hubs need these steps. You can choose, and also these laser marking. In our previous video, you can choose to list some information like your logo, the material, and also some PCD or CVCs you want to on it. And this is our brief introduction of our wheel spacers. And if you have any question or any need, you can leave us the messages. And these are our today's introduction is part of our products. Maybe you may curious about our other products. Now let me show you our sample room. You will find our more products maybe you have interested in. And on the left is our meeting room. This is our resource department. And this is our sample. You will find all kinds of products. Around. This is display of our installation. And on the right is our nuts, bolts, and bolts. On the left is our packaging. And this part is our scissors. And this is the installation display. You will find our lug nuts installed on the wheel hubs. You see, this is lug nuts. And these are our lug nuts, bolts, and locks. Let's show you the details. First is our lug nuts. You will find many types, including constant, OC, nut, close nut, T-style, flat, seat with washer, and also spline style. And the second part is our wheel bolts and wheel studs. We have different sizes and different surface treatment. And the third part
BMW, and Volkswagens. We also have other car types. Let me show you the details. You can see the surface and the inner side. It's quite smooth. And this part is our multi-color lug nuts and bolts. We have steel lug nuts, aluminum lug nuts, and titanium lug nuts and bolts. You see, we have multi-colors. You can choose the color you want to decorate your cars. And also we have the multi-color cap for the nuts and bolts. These are aluminum lug nuts. And these are titanium lug nuts and bolts. And on this side, these are our package of wheel locks. We have many types, like plastic box and a blister package. You can also choose the package pattern, like 4-box with one. You can choose your own design on the box or the color paper. And this part is our package collection of magnesium series and aluminum lug nuts and bolts. Most of them are contained with 1 key or 2 key. And also we have color box and a blister package. These are often sales on the Amazon or eBay market. And these are our display stand. You will find hot sales, new products, and fashionable lug nuts. This is our hot sales. See, the color is neo titanium with the spec. It's our hot selling in 2022. And this is our new products. You will find it's the aluminum cap with the steel bottom. This is for Toyota. And this is our Megan series, which is very fashionable. We have many customers choose this to decorate their house. And the final part is our wheel spacers. We have various sizes and colors. You can choose the sizes and colors you need. This is the surface. We accept customization for wheel spacer on its package. And these are our certifications. You will find we have ISO 9001, TES 16949, and also SGS and TUB. These certifications are a reliable guarantee of your purchasing.
This is our introduction of our sample room. I believe that you'll find more products of our factories. And if you have questions, you can also leave us messages. And maybe some of our other friends more curious about our company strengths and how we produce these products. Now let me show you our company introduction. You will find all these details.
Changzhou Hongshen Machinery Fittings Factory, also known as Changzhou Zhuanti Auto Parts Company, founded in 2000 years. It's a research, development, design, manufacture, sales in one of the professional auto parts manufacturer. The main products are wheel nuts, bolts, spacers, hub centric rings, and socket wrench. Our company has 12 sets of multi-position forming machines. 19 sets of CNC machining centers. And 4 electroplating production lines. The daily output can reach 500,000 to 800,000 pieces. Electroplating quality is our pride. In the Chinese counterparts, only our factory has independent electroplating production line. We usually make 3 layers of nickel and 1 layer of chrome, and control the anti-rust performance of the product by detecting the thickness of nickel layer and the potential difference between each layer. Our chrome-plated products can pass a neutral source spray test for at least 72 hours and up to 480 hours. And our black chrome products can pass at least 300 hours of analysis test. Therefore, the plant quality is our biggest advantage. Our company has set up a quality inspection center with metallographic analyzer, concentricity detector, harness tester, universal testing machine, torrent machine, coating thickness tester, salt spray tester, light screening instrument, thread detector, and other testing equipment. This kind of testing equipment strictly implements the complete quality management process of first inspection, self-inspection, patrol inspection, final inspection, and SGS random inspection. Especially before packaging, each of our products will be fully inspected, the appearance, the size, and the thread, to ensure that each product delivered to the customer is qualified. Our company has established an intelligent manufacturing management system by collecting the QR code information, which achieves all-around intelligent management and traceability of the production, quality inspection, and the storage of each product. At the same time, we also open this information to our VIP customers. The customers can trace the progress and the quality inspection of their orders in time. In addition, we also share warehouse data with our customers so that the customers can know our stock situation more quickly and communicate effectively. We took the lead in passing ISO 9001 Heavy 2008 and TS 16949 Heavy 2009 International Quality System Certification and passed on-site inspection of TUV, BB, and SGS, which can provide a strong guarantee for stable quality and reliable performance. Our company adheres to the business philosophy of to achieve success through good quality, constantly optimizes product structure, perfect pre-sales and after-sales services, and strives to build a first-class Hongshan brand.
And this is our company introduction. Maybe the video is not clear for you. You can also check our YouTube channel. You will find this video on it. And our next live will be in our next Friday. If you are interested, you can call us and we will send you a message about our detailed times. Okay. Today, thanks for your watching. See you next time. Bye.